Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, was reading some of that wrestling news. And WWE, folks, WWE Raw ratings, they're crashing hard, folks. How low can they go? I'll tell you how low, folks. Record low, ladies and gentlemen. Lowest viewership ever for WWE. 1.418 million viewers or whatever. Now, like 5, 6, 7 years ago, whenever it is that I started talking about Raw ratings going down, the record low was 1.5. That wasn't viewership. That was rating. Y'all remember back in the day, we would get articles about the viewership and then we would get the final rating. You know what I mean? So like a 1.5 rating was like 2 point something million viewers kind of deal there. Well, now the fucking viewership is so low, they don't even talk about rating anymore. They just talk about the overall viewership and they label that as ratings or whatever. But a long time ago, on like some kind of holiday episode, a long, long time ago, the lowest was a 1.5 rating. Like 2 point something million or something. And then, like last year, the year before, they finally broke that 1.5 rating, which was like 2 million. Like they hit 2 million. That was very, very low at the time. And now, today, it's not a 1.5 rating, it's 1.418 overall viewership. So, what used to be a record low, the all time record low, which stood for years and years and years, that number was much higher than whatever the fuck they're getting now. You know what I mean? And that was considered a big fail back then, And now it's like fucking a million less or something. And yesterday there, I watched this. I watched it the day after on Tuesday. Okay, the past few months I'm watching this. It's like, this fucking sucks. Sometimes it's okay there. But yesterday I watched it and I was pissed off. You know what I mean? I felt insulted as a viewer. You know what it was bad. Terrible, terrible, terrible. It's like 30 plus years I spent watching this shit only for it to become like this. It's sad. It's sad and it's pathetic. I don't understand how a creative mind like Vince McMahon can become so lazy and complacent. Like, John Morrison with garlic around his neck talking about vampires. A doll, the doll. Alexa Bliss talking to a doll. Shayna Baszler is upset at a doll. You understand? That's the level of retardation that it's come to. Like, on what show that you would see a grown person talk to a doll? It's for kids. It's straight up for kids. Why the fuck would they put this on at night? Primetime television. It's people talking to a doll. Like, it's too embarrassing. You know what I mean? And what do they get for this? Record low, boy. Lowest viewership of all time. How fucking far are they gonna go with this? How cheap must they become? Are they purposely trying to kill the company at this point? Like, Raw's been on TV for a long ass time, man. It's hard to get viewership for a show for so many years like this. You know what I mean? You would think that they would put all their heart in it. Raw, which used to be the flagship show, it was must-see TV. You had like fucking 7 million people at one point watching this. How can they let it go this bad? All the matches don't mean shit. The promos are trash. It's like fucking Nickelodeon, Disney Channel. Here in Canada, when I was a kid, it was called the Family Channel, which was owned by Disney. I remember my little sister watching programs that were designed for kids there. And even those programs were edgier than this shit. You know what I mean? How fucking pathetic does it have to be? Who are they trying to cater to? Like the mental challenge group or what? Who are we catering to here? Is it for 5-year-old? Can they just come out and tell us, listen, we're done creatively with Raw. There's nothing left. There's fuck all left. If you're a grown man, stop watching. Can they just tell us this so we can fucking move on with our lives? You know what I mean? It was such a bad show. Like, Randy Orton was on top of the world, man, for a full year. He had amazing matches with McIntyre and Edge and stuff. Why is he doing comedy with Riddle? What the fuck is that? Like, Randy Orton, 13 or 14-time world champ. Why is he doing comedy? What the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Why is AJ Styles in the mid-card? You have no stars left. Like, you have Roman Reigns on one show. Who's the star on Raw? McIntyre, he was given the belt a couple times, but is he really a big established star? No, like, he's just starting to get established. There's nobody on Raw. Nobody, for fuck's sake. Like, there's nothing left, man. Bobby Lashley's the world champ. Is Bobby Lashley really like a solid main event star? No, he's not. There's no one on this show that's a real star anymore. The Miz is injured. They have to bring him back. You know what I mean? They bring him back for what? He won the world title. Can you imagine that? He wins the world title. A month or two later, he's being eaten by zombies. They bring him back for what? To fucking kill his career with this fucking garlic skit last night? What was this? Like, what the fuck is going on here? You know what I mean? There's rumors that WWE's is gonna be sold or something. None of this is back. It's just speculation. I don't think they're going to sell or whatever, but who's going to buy this? Like, you know what I mean? It's sad. It's fucking sad that it's gotten to this point. WWE, Steve Austin, the Macho Man, seeing this, it's an insult to these guys. These guys that work their ass off fucking every night, wrestling every fucking night. Sometimes these poor wrestlers had to wrestle twice, Andre the Giant was almost crippled, for fuck's sakes, to fucking help McMahon there with his big match against Hogan. He couldn't even walk in his fucking match with Hogan. Like, and what did he do this for? So that fucking John Morrison can do fucking jokes about vampire and mummies? Is this really what it is? Like, think of all the greats, man, who sacrificed their bodies and they had to take steroids and they fucked their fucking lives, their body up. You know what I mean? To fucking build this thing, this big ass WWE. And this is what they do with it. They just spit on the grave of all these dead wrestlers, spit in the face of all the fans or whatever, giving us a shit product like this. It's pathetic. You know what I mean? Straight up, man. Like when I watched this yesterday, I felt depressed. I felt angry. I felt like the company just said, fuck you, spit in our face there. Here's a fucking no effort show. What are we doing? Why are we watching it? Like, look at how bad it was. You know what I mean? Reginald against fucking Shayna Baszler. It's a doll that fucking makes pyro go off. Like, really? Like, what is this? What the fuck is this shit? You know what I mean? It's sad. Very, very, very sad. And you know, they got 1.4 million. They're lucky they got this. You know what I mean? Dynamite got 500K. Okay, WWE deserved even less than 500K for the fucking garbage they put on last night. You know what I mean? And if this keeps going like this, there, if they keep putting out this shit product like this, with no attempt to fix anything, nothing, they might end up below 1 million quicker than we think. You know what I mean? It's a sad fucking state of affairs. If it is for sale there, at this point, I don't even give a fuck. Sell it. Sell it and fucking turn it into scrap metal or whatever so we can fucking move on with our lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck, at this point, I'm just depressed. I'm depressed just knowing that I'm watching this and I fucking. Why? Why do I watch that? They don't even fucking care. They don't. Clearly, they don't fucking care. You know what I mean? Like, it's bad. It's bad. SmackDown as Roman Reigns or whatever, but you know, it's not like it's an amazing show either. You know what I mean? It's a joke. It's become a fucking joke and it's sad. 1.4, how low can you go? They're going to go even lower. They're going to go lower because for some reason McMahon has just given up, I guess. I don't fucking know what's going on, but it ain't fucking working. Nobody's impressed with a junk product like this. Up your fucking game or get the fuck out. I mean, really, there. Okay, don't fuck with people. Don't make people watch a goofy show like this. Have people spend money on this. And you watch and it's just pure fucking junk. What's the point? I feel ripped off. I watch a show, it's for free, and I still feel like I was ripped off years of my life. You know what I mean? It's 3 hours of my life that I won't get back. I could have spent these 3 hours doing something better. Anything would have been better than watching this trash. That's how I feel today, you know? A real joke, and they deserve even lower rating than that. Fuck you, WWE, you suck. You've gotten off the deep end, and at this point, it looks like it's beyond repair. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody coming back that's gonna save the day. There ain't no Rock coming back. Stone Cold ain't gonna fucking finally make a comeback. It's dead, folks. It is fucking dead. And it seems like McMahon doesn't give a shit. So why the fuck should we? Why the fuck should we at this point? Until next time. Peace.